awesome shit. And now it's time for everyone to know it. I am the most secret agent man. I was trained by my neighbor from Japan. The CIA simply couldn't resist. They hired me while I was taking a piss. All my secrets will now be yours. Through my book available in stores. The CIA will try to claim it's nothing but lies.
Welcome to the Secret Zone, the Dog Dukes cast about Frank Dux. Our website is 1900hotdog.com, and we are the last one. Go to our Patreon to support us. We're at patreon.com/1900hotdog. I'm Sean Baby from Deception and Shadows, and my partner wears the ears of many former hunks like a gruesome trophy. He's sex brush trained, Robert Brockway.
I'm Robert Brockway. Here's a Brockway fact. It's no follow-up questions.
None needed. Our guest today is a podcast man. You know him from Cracked back in the day and Gamefully Unemployed this day. He's sex brush trained. Tom Reimann.
That is me. Hello. Hi. Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be on Duke's Cast. I've listened to the first episode, so I do know somewhat of what to expect.
Good.
Your initial email did not tell me anything. It was just like...
I got a question.
Yeah.
Did you go to like a different sex brush dojo? Like, do our styles conflict?
We were rival dojos. Yeah, we were at the strip mall across the street.
You like Crane style?
Yeah.
I like Mink style.
There was a lot of adults in my class because I had to go at 8:00.
Oh, that's the worst.
Because my parents had to take me after work.
Yeah, you really want to practice your sex brush on children, I guess. Can we start again?
Keep it in, Jamie. People love this type of thing. But this is our 4th episode. If you haven't listened to the first 3, no night can continue. You are chosen for this world of mystery. But first, we should do some plugs. Tom, let's do some plugs.
You please check out Gamefully Unemployed, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's the podcast and streaming network I co-run with David Bell, also from Cracked. And also check out Some More News and 1-800-HOT-DOG, which I also do writing for.
That's a good plug. I love it. Brockway, are you legally allowed to plug?
Yeah, I'd like to plug this podcast. It's called The Secret Men. Sean didn't get it right. He also didn't get the Dog Zone 9000 right, which is also this podcast, sort of. So go listen to those two things.
You can't contain my mystery.
I'm just amending it. Just a little like I'm the asterisk that's like, actually, if you do want to know more, like if you stumbled across this somehow and you're like, what is this fucking podcast called? You would never get it from the things that we've said so far.
One of you have just been mystically karate cucked. I'm not sure which one, but one of you has.
We trade.
Yeah.
We take turns in the chair.
We're both super into it. We have a very narrow kink zone. It's each of us loves to get karate cooked. When we left last time, we were learning about Frank's family history to help round out his history of being a super sex spy. Sent into the Marines to get information on boot camp. And if you remember, he figured out that it was not a very nice place and they bullied him and he left. End of report. Spy mission well executed.
And the Army's in fucking trouble because now the CIA knows that they're not very nice to their recruits.
Exactly.
Mission successful.
I do want to say that I haven't had the ability to listen to episodes 2 or 3, so we're really jumping ahead for me in the Frank Dux saga.
Oh yeah, that's going to be every episode. We're working ahead.
Really thrilled to be thrown in.
You have seen a lot of 80s and 90s movies, and so has Frank Dux, and he
That's
also
true.
hasn't
That's
done.
True.
And so you get it. You get what he does. Just
also,
imagine what like a really mediocre Anthony Hopkins movie, or maybe a Gene Hackman or Sylvester Stallone, one that no one talks about anymore. That's what Frank Dux' life was.
I'm picturing, for what you just described, I'm picturing him going through a little bit of the torture from Rambo, 2 seconds, and then he got really sad and called them to come pick him up.
Basically, yeah.
Because they're too mean to him.
Yeah.
Pretty much. No, he did A Few Good Men. He got a blanket party, but in the middle of the blanket party, he started doing karate, and he really, really hurt a few guys.
Yeah, they regretted
Oh, I see.
doing a blanket party on the deadliest man, although he did quit immediately after because they were too mean.
Yeah, they were too mean. He claims because he was Jewish, and none of the rest of it's true. I don't see why that would be. But let's. I'm going to pick it up. We're talking about his spy granddad and his spy dad who quit the spy business to be just like a really tough delivery guy.
Sure.
Anyway, his story goes a bit too far. By the time he turned 14, Alfred had developed an unusual skill. He could liberate anything with 4 wheels and an engine and drive recklessly with uncanny precision. His legendary reputation includes hijacking a bus and managing to outdrive British policemen in pursuit. The bus was Dad's idea of how to transport groups of illegal, newly arrived Jews at night without suspicion. Later, when the police started shooting at him, he stole police vehicles, mostly Jeeps, for the Haganah and Mossad, the secret intelligence of the illegal Jewish defense forces. These stolen official vehicles served numerous purposes. One involved a ruse whereby Jews disguised themselves as British policemen responding to ships smuggling refugees into Palestine. These police impersonators then aided the refugees rather than preventing their arrival. So it's just kind of stuff his dad got up to.
So his dad's his dad's in a different movie. His dad's in the 70s action movie.
Yes. Yeah, he's doing like a kind of a Great Escape thing, or like
he's doing a little like a Michael Caine thing.
Yeah, like a Schindler's List porn parody.
I was gonna say he's doing like an exploitation 70s reboot of like
Schindler's Fist.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing Schindler's Fist.
I can't believe that his lies extend to his dad. Now that makes me wonder. Did this start like intergenerationally? Did his dad sit him down and tell him like Big Fish style?
Oh
stories?
Shit! Does he think all these stories about his dad are true? Oh,
and then to live up like you would, your dad goes into the family business and you're supposed to inherit it, but for lies, like he would inherit. You have to be a huge liar like me, son, to keep the family tradition.
It's on his deathbed.
Does it say how many Jewish refugees his dad ramped to freedom?
using the double-decker style. I have to assume the British style. Goofy ass bus.
He was that good at driving that they couldn't even catch the bus.
He would frequently do corkscrew jumps because they were bitching.
Now, did you have to put like the more like the lighter Jews up top on a double decker bus to keep it from tilting in the turns?
Depends on the ramp. It depends on the kind of ramp you're doing.
There are 15 or 20 pages of like how to distribute the weight of your human smuggling operations, but we don't need to get into all of the details.
He had plays that they'd call out depending, like for the obstacle course. Now, if it's a sharp turn, he'd call like, "Okay, eagle," and then everybody would know which like position to shuffle to. And then
he'd audibles like a football quarterback.
I love that eventually, like after just being human cargo for sweet jumps for this video game that his dad starred in, eventually they just started participating. Like, yeah, we'll spec into some spy stuff and do it with you.
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah. I also really like that he stole so many cop cars that he's like, most of them were Jeeps. Like about 42 out of every 903 that he stole were Jeeps.
Right.
I feel like he steal 2 cop cars. You've stolen more cop cars than anyone you'll ever meet, right? Like that's a crazy number.
It sounds like he has an entire motor pool of cop cars.
Right.
Mostly Jeeps.
Not to nitpick too much, since this is a land of outlandish lies already. You don't hear a lot about how somebody's a master car thief before, say, like the 1960s, 70s. Mm-hmm. Because it was not hard to steal a car from like the 1930s and 40s. I don't even know if they invented keys yet. If you knew how to drive a car, you could just take any car.
Yeah, you tied your horse up to it. You pissed off the horse. That's how you started a car. I remember.
The first poor dude to have his car stolen before they figured out they needed keys. Just watching him drive away. Hey,
what my bus?
That's mine.
Who steals a bus? What are you gonna do with it?
All right, I'm going to skip ahead a little because it's dumb. It's stupid. This part, though, is very smart. With the end of the war, Alfred Dux returned to Israel in 1945 and became instrumental in smuggling Jews out of internment camps on Crete and delivering them to the white sand beaches neighboring Tel Aviv. The British loathed him.
Sorry, he returned to Israel when?
1945.
Oh, I'm sorry, continue. I don't know why I settled on that lie.
They're just gonna hit you. They hit everyone different. Where you're like, because you can pause any sentence and be like, hold on, which lie am I going to focus on?
I don't think it exists yet, but sure, go ahead.
Which of the 7 lies in the sentence?
The British loathed him because of his command of the English language, his antagonistic attitude, and his familiarity with their standard operating procedures, and because, damn it, he didn't look like a bloody Jew. That's in quotes. That's what one British officer shouted in frustration after my father had stolen a British truck loaded with guns.
So they
that's what he shouted after the stolen British truck.
Somebody has taken his truck full of guns, and he says, quote, damn it, he didn't look
like a bloody Jew.
That guy's racism goes deep. That shit's like to his bones.
I mean,
like, his fellow guards are stunned. Like, we don't even know why you made that connection.
Dude.
Like they have to assume like he's I guess he's lucky that it turned out to be a Jewish guy that he yelled that at, because like he couldn't have verified. He's driving away.
Yeah,
like you can't now verify. So he must have just assumed by the nature of stealing that bus that he of course had to be a Jewish man, and it sucks that he was right.
Yeah,
he lost a lot of. I think he lost a lot of players to his regular Friday poker game that day. Is what I'm saying. Like a lot of guys are like, I don't want to hang out with that dude anymore. I feel like there's something going on there.
I like that was his way of like checking IDs too. He's like, do you belong on this military base? You look. You could go through. You pass. Buddy, that was a golden retriever. What?
Just driving a bus on 2 wheels, right, blasted through the gate. Oh, god damn it! It was a Jewish guy again. Oh,
the heat is on. Is playing.
We gotta invent keys.
All right. So I'm going to skip ahead a little, where Frank Dux says, often, in wrestling with my own sense of identity, I would inexplicably find myself searching for pieces of my father and grandfather's pasts, as if they could provide me with a sense of who I was. I remind myself that I am the 3rd known generation involved in espionage and special warfare, and that in my blood stirred my childhood dreams of one day entering that mysterious world. What I did not understand then was that all things are two-sided, and to realize such a dream also opens the floodgate for nightmares. Fish's victims, the horrors of the concentration camps, and the long litany of human suffering one must confront in added measure if one commits to making the dream a reality.
What is he talking about?
He's talking about his dream coming true of being a spy, but oh my God, what about all the bad things of international espionage?
But all the Holocausts you have to?
Yeah, you do a few genocides when you work for the CIA.
He found himself unprepared and surprised by like the bad stuff that happens around spies. Like, buddy, that's the whole job.
Yeah.
There isn't any other part to the job where you just like, oh, I thought my dad would, I meant bus tour guide. I thought dad was, the spy thing sucks, man.
If you're a 3rd generation spy, consider a name change. I don't know. Like maybe they're looking out for the Dukes boys.
It could be.
I don't know.
Them shit. Dukes boys.
I just made that connection.
We've just been doing the impression wrong. You got to do the boss song. I didn't know he was Jewish.
That actually is something he would say, probably.
Yeah, I think that is a direct quote from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep. The least racist thing on that episode, probably.
Hat swamp.
All right, we're going to the next chapter. Chapter 6, Origins. So he's already given us several origin stories. It's time for one more.
Yeah, we're 6 chapters deep. Now it's time for origin.
Finally, we can get to his origin.
Hold on. We watched him as like we learned how he fucks as a teenager, and that wasn't in the origin story.
No, that's not.
We learned the generational the generational liars passed down from father to son, and that wasn't the bus thing wasn't part of the origin story.
He's already tracked Fish at this point, right? Or was that a nested flashback?
Oh no, you're right. I think that might have been a nested flashback. I think he's got a little bit of time before Fish, but who could know? None of this is like...
Anyway,
I don't think he closed any of those flashbacks. So this is still a flashback.
this is all still preface. We're all still in preface.
I think technically this is a story he's telling to a bored date.
Yeah,
right
you're
now,
right.
If I remember
this is
correctly.
Still the date story.
He's still telling all this. And my dad would drive buses full of Jews. Just like, good God.
Just ramped them straight through the air in the General Lee. He did what?
And here's the 11 reasons the newspaper says I'm lying. And here's 12 that counteract those lies. Okay. So here's the story he's telling of his childhood. I passed my mother the matzah with horseradish that, when eaten, becomes the ritualistic symbol reminding us of the bitterness of slavery. Personally, it has come to represent the pain that comes from not being able to fulfill one's potential or to pursue one's dreams. I watched my father sucking spoonfuls of horseradish between his plump lips. The sight is enough to make my eyes water. According to his oft-given explanation, his tolerance for its cutting flavor originated in 1943 when, in the unforgiving heat of the Sahara, he and his company had to survive on horseradish and limited amounts of water over a period of weeks. To me, his tolerance is merely another embodiment of his defiant resistance to life's hardships.
I love that his idea of the toughest thing a dude could eat is spoonfuls of horseradish.
Yeah,
and
man,
that's the toughest thing a dude can eat.
That's your uphill both ways story. Is I was lost in the desert and had nothing to eat but horseradish.
Horseradish. And all the water I needed. Don't worry, I had plenty of water, but just nothing but horseradish.
You need for the horseradish. Let me tell you. You do not want to eat nothing but horseradish.
His tolerance for horseradish, the condiment that people put on sandwiches.
Now the thing about Frank Dux is he finds his own metaphors and symbolism very fascinating. So he continues, "This is a man who has consumed enough bitterness to make one weep in despair, yet I have never seen him shed a tear. Indeed, he appears to thrive on the hardships, transforming them into pleasures, just as he now scrapes the jar of horseradish and licks the spoon clean to make sure he has gotten every last bit."
His dad's coming. He's
coming in that jar. That empty jar is going to be filled once more. "Oh, Fred," my mother shrieks, "why do you do this to me year after year?" Mom complains. As per tradition, my father has put too much horseradish on her matzah. With a chuckle, he scoops up the excess horseradish and gleefully plunges it into his mouth.
Stop!
He's really having fun in this world of writing.
Chapter 6, horseradish.
They're just splashing around in horseradish.
Yeah, a little horseplay, if you will.
Oh, that's cute. That's going in the book.
Oh man,
he's just consumes a jar of horseradish every day. He's powered on it like fucking Popeye.
Just guzzling down horseradish.
See, this is what you need. You need the good, clean energy of horseradish to start stealing buses. This is how I founded Israel in 1945.
He can't even get through a fucking dinner without saying something so insane.
Just the most deranged thing.
It's like he gets like an idea in his head, and instead of even just gut checking that once, it's time to like just absolutely wrench every drop out of that idea. He's like, and the idea was just like, what is something unpleasant to eat that my dad was like, he likes spicy food, I bet. He like eats, it's the same impulse as like, oh, my dad could eat a lot of hot sauce. He loved his hot sauce, my tough dad. Well, he decided that like we all just played in hot sauce all day. My dad lived in the desert off of nothing but hot sauce. You got to stop at some point. Yep. You just need somebody you need a handler.
Yes.
He's a fascinating writer.
He really is. So he has a story about when he was a kid and a dog tried to take his jacket and his mom hit the dog with a rolling pin. I'm going to skip ahead.
Oh, is this the beginning of his like dog murdering fetish?
Did he gas that dog? He gassed that dog.
Well, the mother says, I can't honestly say which one was foaming more at the mouth, the dog or Frank. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he hates those dogs.
Frank was furious at the dog. She had to hit it with the rolling pin because for what Frank was going to do, baby Frank, far worse.
She has obtained an eccentric reputation. Neighbors did not know what to make of the hot-tempered and pregnant Hungarian Jew, who, with her 3-year-old in tow, took lengthy afternoon strolls with a highly visible vodka bottle in her purse. Passers-by were outraged to see her pause and take a long drink, or even worse, pass the bottle to me in my stroller.
Your stroller didn't have the fine manual dexterity to hold the bottle yet, but she's just little tiny baby hand coming out.
Yeah.
Palming it like a basketball.
Fifth of vodka.
Hold on. So she's pregnant. There's a 3-year-old in tow, and Frank is in the baby stroller. So
yes.
There's
I think Frank
pregnant
is the 3-year-old.
woman taking a swig. Okay, but okay. So he's a 3-year-old in a stroller.
Right.
Frank.
He's
been drinking all morning, so that maybe I should.
Yeah, he's not in any kind of shape to walk.
He's a day drunk 3-year-old.
There's one more line I wanted to read here. It says, once a wino stopped her for a swig of the vodka bottle. His face wrinkled in surprise and then disgust as he spat out a mouthful of water. We needed to to get that twist in there.
No, hold on. What does that do? It just so everybody was a liar? It was liars breeding with liars to produce like the world's greatest liar and some sort of lying eugenics?
It was a real low stakes trick to get the neighborhood to think she was drinking during pregnancy and feeding her toddler liquor.
For what
to what end? Yeah.
So she could steal a bus.
Got a ramp. She's too drunk to steal this bus. I'm going to take my eyes off her. What? She didn't look Jewish.
Oh, damn it. She didn't look drunk enough to steal a bus.
Jewish. She didn't look Jewish.
So now he tells a story about when he was 13 and he's hanging out with his father's friend. No name, just some guy who worked in the next shop, like a real person.
What the toughest son of a bitch you've ever seen.
How much horseradish did this guy eat, man?
He had survived Auschwitz, where the furnaces incinerated so many bodies that the ashes blanketed the surrounding miles of country like snowfall. Trainloads of soap were melted from human bones. Lampshades peeled from human skin. Although many of my relatives had been murdered at Auschwitz, and my mother's mother had survived the camps in body, but not in spirit. My father's friend made the stories real for the first time. He told me that his brother had escaped the Nazis, only to be imprisoned in Siberia. After the war, they were reunited, but again, they nearly died from forced labor and starvation. Despite his past suffering, or perhaps because of it, he always proclaimed that life was precious and not to be treated frivolously. One day, he heard the clatter of the train on the railroad tracks that ran directly behind the warehouse. I liked its reassuring sound. But that day, the din of the train was punctured by a man's screams. We rushed out to join the small crowd that had already gathered around a broken body on the ground. He threw himself in front of the engine, somebody said. My father's friend stared at the mangled body and unconsciously rubbed his own arm as if trying to erase the tattoo. Coward, he said, finally. Then turned and walked away.
Back in the day before television, we just like to go around and heckle suicides. Like it was
just talk shit at the suicides.
Like the fresh body. What up? Look at this pussy. Am I right, guys?
What about this nameless father's friend who couldn't even remember his name to impart it to us? Like affected him more than the family members he allegedly had murdered and his mother's own experience, like his own family's personal experience. It's like, no, this guy really, this is what unlocked. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but this dude's experience is what really made it real for me.
Magneto. Magneto was his name. It's just come back to me.
We're going to, I think that's enough of that chapter. For obvious reasons, we're going to go to chapter 7, which is called Training.
My God, we're blowing through the book.
We're blowing through the book.
If I swear to God, if I find out every single chapter you skipped, every single paragraph is just chock full of something we should have been talking about for 2 hours, we're going to do more of this podcast.
Well, that's definitely what happened. Like every paragraph is like that. Every paragraph is like, so many people died that they had to take the finger bones to the moon because that's the only place they had enough finger bone storage space.
And that's why to this day, you can't take fingers to the moon.
It's just, I mean, I know it goes without saying, and it's very obvious for somebody like Frank Dux, but it's very telling the kinds of things he fantasizes about. And what he goes into descriptions of, it's like, the peeled skin for the lampshades and then this dude's story of heckling suicide and vengeance is what made the Holocaust real. But you're such a fucking asshole. Man.
It's like these tall tales that I feel like most people know and have heard of, but he's telling no, I heard it from my dad's friend who worked in the next shop. That shit's real.
Every inch of every memory of his is like, you can't do this even in an action movie because people get sick of it. Like, it becomes funny where you're like, it can't be this gritty. Because if there have to be like normal moments in between, but it's just, you can't even have dinner without the horseradish being a symbol of masculinity. And there's some sort of lost desert platoon, and every man died of horseradish poisoning except for my father. Like, no, you could just have a dinner. Like that, we actually need to see that as a break.
Just without your dad wrapping his plump lips around fucking fat spoonfuls of horseradish.
Shoveling everyone's horseradish into his plump mouth. Yeah, he's going for Dirty Harry and like hitting Sledgehammer, I guess, if you're 55 years old.
Yeah, but that's also the difference, is that timing and pacing of like, there are ordinary moments in Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry isn't just nonstop plugging punks every single second of that movie.
Right.
Where you're like, there is a normal world that exists. This is not a normal world. Every single person in it is an action hero.
It's just, I mean, I know it's obvious, but I feel like it was worth just plainly stating that this is just he's so obviously a clown that worships violence and torturing people. Yeah. That's Frank Dux.
This is it.
I mean, you can't blame him. He was raised heckling suicides like that.
That's true.
Drunk off his ass since he was 3 years old.
Okay, so he's 13 years old now. Never again. Again, this is all being told to his date, I think. I swore to myself as I left the competition. Never again would I subject myself to such humiliation. I was giving up martial arts forever. It did not matter that I was only 13 years old, competing against high school seniors because of my advanced size. I had come in dead last in the judo tournament, and I wasn't going to allow that to happen again. With tears in my eyes, I pushed past my jiu-jitsu instructor. Good fight, kid, he attempted to encourage me, but I was beyond encouragement. I was going away where no one would witness my shame. Thank goodness the locker room was empty. I planned to get my things and flee, but when I sat down, a feeling of defeat overwhelmed me, and I could only bury my head in my arms and retreat into darkness. All my effort and training had been for nothing. Although in the beginning I'd become involved in martial arts in an inexpensive form of recreation, my developing skills had provided me with a new sense of purpose and self-worth. Now, that confidence had turned on me and been proven false. I would never succeed. I was a chubby loser who'd never accomplish anything. Everything I did was doomed to failure. I did not hear anyone enter the locker room. So I was startled when a voice asked, "When your opponent is swifter, stronger, and more experienced than you, what must you do?" I raised my tear-stained face to look up at the speaker. Before me stood an old Oriental man. If I stood up, I'd tower over him. "Run like hell," I snarled sarcastically. He smiled and took a few steps forward. "He made no sound when he moved, and his movements contained a youthfulness." He did not slouch or drag his feet the way old people I knew did. His onyx black eyes mirrored his smile.
Hold on. He's got... All right.
He's got spiders like shark's eyes?
Yeah, this stopped being an Asian man when he had supernatural demon eyes, and he didn't make sound when his feet hit the floor.
He's that clone from The Crawl. He's the evil clone Crawl.
Yeah. He's a paper-thin shell of a human being. Like, no, this stops being Asian when you're this racist, even if you mean it positively. Like, this stops being recognizable.
You know, he's Oriental, like you call an Asian person, and he levitates like their people do.
And he's got black doll's eyes like a shark. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
I love we snuck in perhaps the first moment of believable Frank Dux, where like...
I wrote that down too.
I was a chubby child. Like, oh, hold on. That starts to make sense.
Mm-hmm. I think that might be the only bit of truth in the book.
And that,
you might be right.
I do like that I do believe he came in dead last in his martial arts competition because he took strip mall judo and thought he could take everybody in the competition.
I'd even believe he got molested in his locker room. Wait, no, Jamie, cut that.
It's okay because it wasn't an Asian man. This is clearly a demon.
Right. Yes, that's true. This is more. He got incubused.
Yeah, this is a horror book.
He did say he pushed past his jiu-jitsu instructor, and I just wanted to point out that means his jiu-jitsu instructor isn't very good.
Yeah, he allowed him to push past.
That's the exact moment thing you're not supposed to do. Yeah.
Yeah. If he was any good, he instinctively wrist locked me and threw me onto my back.
Exactly.
Cursing is training for killing another child.
I do love that he had to couch his one truth where I was a chubby child who thought he was tougher than he was, and I came in dead last in my judo competition, which should be in the origin. That should be the only thing in the Frank Dux origins chapter.
Right, exactly.
That is the origin story of
That's the
Frank
reason
Dux.
for all of this.
Yes. But he also had to couch that in, well, you see, I was fighting exclusively high schoolers.
Yeah,
Because of my size. But then to follow that with chubby means like I was so fat they had to put me against high schoolers.
Advanced horizontally, mostly.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, you're a chubby 13-year-old. You have to fight that jacked 17-year-old.
If you get fat enough as a child, you got to box an adult. That's just how it used to be.
Fight Ronald, the floor manager from CompUSA.
You want me to beat up that fat kid? All right.
All right.
It's fucking Christmas for old Ronald.
Never say no.
So this old guy tells him that he has the ability to die well. Because again, it just
Hold on, are you summarizing? Because don't. Read me exactly what he says.
Perhaps, he replied, but the outcome would nonetheless be inevitable. I would say one should learn to die well. What do you want? I demanded. I was not usually so rude, but disappointment overwhelmed my better nature to the point where I no longer cared.
That's a very, very funny thing to say. One should learn to die well. What do you fucking want?
What do you want?
God.
Yeah, he's trying to get this script moving. Merely to say that I think you have the potential to die very well. Try as I could to fight the urge, I found myself becoming more and more intrigued.
My God, if there's anything that would get you arrested, it's sneaking into the 13-year-old's locker room to tell them they have the potential to die well.
Shuffling in to the locker room without a sound in your fucking demon's eyes.
Sir, we have reports of you floating around telling children they're about to die.
That's Ron's job.
Some kind of vampire.
You're taking Ron's job. He picked a chubby 13-year-old that came in last in a judo competition to be the chosen one?
Yes, 100%.
Shit.
My reddened eyes took in the deep, heavy scar on his cheek, as if the flesh had not been cut but gouged out. His left pinky finger was missing. His appearance demanded attention, and something in his manner was intensely compelling. Sure, I replied. My protective anger died as quickly as it had erupted, and once again I felt overwhelmed by failure. Die. That's about all I can do. Jeez, dying.
Yes. Yes, it is. Boy.
You came in last, buddy. It's going to be okay.
Dying well is our ultimate accomplishment, the man answered. I meant what I said as a compliment. You did not give up. Okay, I'm going to stop you. He's been giving up for like fucking 5 straight pages.
You walked in on him giving up.
Yes.
He specifically said, I am in the process of giving up. Oh, I did not. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
It's like trying to save a kid who's aggressively drowning himself.
I thought you were like stealing yourself after the competition. I didn't hear your internal monologue. I didn't realize you were quitting. So I was totally wrong. Totally wrong. You're going to die like a pussy little boy. I'm just going to hit the next locker room over.
You did not give up. You made your opponents breathe very hard for victory.
You want to take that one again? Don't.
Anyway.
Don't let this guy. Surely we had some sort of system. I know they didn't have ID badges, but like some sort of system to keep guys like visibly deformed, shark-eyed sex predators out of our youth's locker rooms.
You can't stop him. He's that good at karate.
He's moving without a sound, man. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? He bowed a short, curt bow to me. He lowered the top of his head with its few remaining gray hairs before me. For a moment, I wondered if he was mocking me. He completed the bow and once again looked into my eyes. For some reason, I then knew that he had just shown me a gesture of respect. I didn't know why. I was a loser. Why would this guy show any interest in me? All I could think of was that he was either some kind of weirdo or else about to present some sort of sales pitch. His next statement appeared to confirm my latter suspicion.
Imagine as a master of the Asian arts who has become so powerful through karate that you no longer have a human appearance. Finding the last place in a 13-year-old judo competition and giving him a deep bow of respect. Like you would you would never be able to take yourself seriously again. Even if it was just to lure that boy out to devour his soul. Like,
yeah, I think they ban you from Yoda school if you do that. Like, does he ever answer any of those questions? Like, why would he choose me, a loser who just got in last place, like a big dumb loser? Does he answer that question, or is he just like...
Not really.
That's a good point, because like that's especially in he's pulling from, old like martial arts movies, very early martial arts movies, where and it was always like the master is so brutal on his opponents, and he will often pick the losers, but like he's got the relationship inverse, because like that was the Yoda thing, where like Yoda wasn't showing deep respect to Luke Skywalker, he was goofing on him. He's clowning on him the whole time, trying to get him to quit. And only once he had proven like his tenacity was he like, okay, let's teach you this serious shit. That's an old kung fu movie thing. Mm-hmm. It's not the other way around. It's not like you show up giving up and then he shows you a deep bow out of respect for your last place in the childhood judo competition. That's not how this relationship works.
Yeah, it's a good point.
He skipped ahead. He didn't want to write that part of the story.
Yeah, he didn't want to write the part where the master clowns on him the whole time and he has to like prove his... No, I was just worthy.
I think he and the other kung fu masters got together. They're doing like a Can't Buy Me Love or a She's All That, where they're like,
oh, shit.
I bet you 1 million kung fu dollars you can't take the fattest loser and turn him into a spy master.
And then he realized once he takes that gi off, he's beautiful. No, cut that. Sorry, cut that one too.
You're right. We should definitely cut that. The mysterious man in the boys' locker room, he wants him to garden for him in exchange for karate lessons because he trains his nephews and he needs...
Because Frank Dux saw the Karate Kid.
Yes. You might... I'm going to read you a passage where you might see some similarities. But he has been training with his nephews. This part was in the movie Bloodsport, where he's like, if you expect me to be his punching bag, you can't forget it. Like that part is from the book.
The San Francisco New York Giants hat.
Yes, the San Francisco New York Giants hat. So he makes him breathe and meditate. He smacks him with a stick when his mind waters. He's kind of got telepathy, but now I'm going to read you this part.
But yeah,
he taught me
he's a demon.
Right, he's a demon. He taught me how to climb in the narrow spaces between two buildings using only outstretched hands and legs. Although at first I was barely able to climb 10 feet before being overcome by exhaustion and my fear of heights. Within 6 months, I was able to do 60 feet without even breathing hard. Even our gardening work doubled as training. Do nothing which is of no use, the old man quoted, and his adherence to this precept was demonstrated in his attitude toward the most menial of chores. He taught me to consider raking as circle blocks or quick strikes. I would spin a rake or hoe between strokes to develop agility and increase dexterity, unknowingly repeating the traditional training methods of the Japanese peasants who made up the majority of ninja super ranks.
Wallpaper on, he said. Wallpaper off.
Yes, very, very thinly disguised.
No, because see, it's gardening here instead of waxing his car.
Exactly.
I love thinking of that scene in The Karate Kid where he teaches Ralph Macchio to shoot up between buildings 6 stories like Batman. Just yes. This is
a
part
montage of him getting his legs fixed in the hospital.
This is part of your gardening training. You got to get the vines way up high.
How to suck jam off toes in a booth.
No, hold on. That's unfair. That was the CIA.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That was his CIA training. I'm sorry.
Still as a teenager, though.
Consumed as I was in my struggles, not only did I suffer emotionally, but the hot, smoggy summer had triggered a series of intense asthma attacks that left me physically drained. Sensing my pain, Tanaka-sama introduced me to a new series of breathing exercises designed to alleviate my suffering. Although the attacks continued, the exercises provided me with some relief and reinstituted my belief that I possessed some measure of control over my situation. He encouraged me, inspiring me with the stories of asthmatics who had overcome their ailments. Che Guevara, the doctor turned revolutionary, had suffered profoundly from asthma, he proclaimed. Most importantly, perhaps, he told me the story of how the art and science of Aikido came to be developed. Ushibe Morihei had suffered from asthma and had devised Aikido specifically as a means by which he could defend himself with minimal effort to avoid a debilitating asthma attack.
That's why Steven Seagal moves like that.
Exactly. That's why he hasn't lost weight in 70 years.
He's trying to prevent asthma attacks. It's the only fighting method for asthmatics. I understand that. I'm sorry. I guess, does it work with cholesterol too?
Yeah, if your arteries are clogged, you do taekwondo if you got
Literally
asthma.
talking about how he has to do the special martial arts for people with asthma.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds silly.
For this, the chosen one, worthy of all of this knowledge, the last place in a judo contest, 13-year-old chubby child with asthma.
Yep.
He shall be our mystic champion.
There's got to be an easier way to steal a white child than this. Like, even back in the day, right?
No, I think candy and karate are the easiest ways, right?
Right?
You get to kidnap the hell out of me with either of those things.
Get a van, dude.
From that moment, I began to formulate my own personal guidelines for developing techniques that possessed efficiency and velocity, each strike designed either to immobilize or to kill an opponent quickly. I always assumed my hypothetical opponents to be armed. Thus, I was prepared for the challenge and not subject to surprise.
It's amazing no other martial art has thought, what if all of my strikes were as deadly as possible? Like,
it's
nobody thought of
genius.
that before him. They were like, let's throw a few goofy ones in for fun.
No. What if you punched hard the first time, like Batman?
It is a good idea.
And nobody thought of it until him. Not even his master taught him this.
No.
He realized this while he was doing, rake tricks.
Spinning rake tricks.
Yeah, he was out there spinning a rake around instead of raking.
Literally the Star Wars kid.
What if I killed with every blow? As he spins the rake around and it gets away from him and it whacks him in the side of the head and he cries a little bit.
At the time, however, my experimentation and new approaches often created conflicts between my classmates and me. As my own individual style began to emerge, others became jealous. In addition, my immaturity caused me to think of fancy... others of the nephews.
Oh, sure.
Of the gardening school?
The other landscapers are like, God, this guy's so fucking cool.
The rest of the outdoor overweight asthmatic gardening class that I'm taking.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The garden flag corps spinning rakes.
In addition, my immaturity caused me to think of fancy tricks calculated to impress my peers as the ultimate goal of my endeavors. So we've gone quite a distance from.
I was kidding about the flag corps, and then he literally says fancy tricks.
Yeah, he literally, I believe, same sentence, Sean. And as like every blow is designed to kill. Whoops,
Yep.
I started goofing.
Yep, I'm mostly focused on goofing.
Same sentence.
By my 21st birthday in public demonstrations, I'd split a lit candle wick the size of a fly, the candle held tightly in my assistant's hand. I was not the first to perfect the technique, but I was the first to turn my back on the candle and then lunge from 10 feet away to extinguish the flame before a dropped coin could hit the floor.
Dude, you do not put your back to a candle. That is bold.
Too many things. That's classic magician's mistake. It's just too many things. And with the trick,
I agree.
The audience can't follow. Oh, he's dropping a coin. He's putting out a candle. I was watching the coin. I didn't see the cool thing he did with the candle. I thought he was going to do something with the coin.
What did he split the wick with? His hand? The rake?
I guess so. Yeah, I'm not quite
also,
sure.
he's 21, so this is after the CIA training then.
Yes, so this is after Vietnam, I think he was 14 in Vietnam.
Yeah.
After the Marine boot camp, after the CIA, CIA was pre-Marine boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
He split a lit wick the size of a fly, right? That's what he said?
Yeah.
What could it have, because that's really small. That's very thin, so it couldn't have been his hand. It couldn't have been the rake.
I would
Like a
argue
flick?
Shurikens, maybe?
that could be. Maybe he did it with it's like a finger poke.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
flick.
Yeah, like a hair whip.
Avatar style air bending. He just stopped just
Oh,
shy
man,
of
yeah.
Yeah.
and it was such with laser precision because you gotta remember at this point, like in his development, he's already been taught to lick jam off of toes in a bistro by the CIA.
True.
Like
Mm-hmm.
this is a man who has lived a full life. It would be kind of surprising if you didn't have air powers.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I accept that.
I agree. He does some more dumb training stuff. He's kind of not getting the praise that he wants, despite being so good at ninjutsu.
Despite himself being the author of these lies.
Yeah,
You
but
can tell any lie you want, man.
Good
You
point.
could be the greatest.
Yeah.
not
You
getting
could
the
have been good this whole
praise I
time.
want. I I've been a spy. I've been the youngest Marine. I was raised on horseradish and vodka.
Man, yeah, you can kick Godzilla in the nuts. Anything goes, man.
I entered his house that morning wary and defiant. If the old man was going to tear me down, I'd give him a real reason. For today's lesson, each pupil was required to bring a weapon of his choosing, one that would best represent his talent and reflect his personality. Tai-Sen brought his father's katana sword and proclaimed that he was ninja, sharp as a blade. I, on the other hand...
Hold on. Tom, do you have a guess?
Oh, what his weapon is? Oh, he brings the sword, right? From Bloodsport.
Well, somebody already brought a sword. I think he gets the sword from this. I think he brought the horseradish spoon.
Oh, fuck, you're right. He probably did. Yeah. It's
I
in
know.
my toe jam.
He brought his father's katana. What does he have of his father? A bus? He could brought a bus.
He brought
Several jeeps, several
Filled with
police
juice.
jeeps. Yeah.
This is my weapon.
I, on the other hand, appeared the fool. Partly out of anger and frustration, I showed up with a long metal grill, an electric cord, a thin green blanket, and a pail of water. Everyone laughed at my joke except for Tanaka-sama. He remained silent, running his hand over the few remaining hairs on his head as I defiantly stared back at him. Tai-Sen made some comment that related the objects to a deviant lifestyle. In response, I invited Tai-Sen to defeat me with his sword! I placed the blanket on the floor between us, and then positioned the long grill on top. I attached the electric cord to the grill.
He patiently waited for me to do all of this.
Holding the pail of water ready, I asked Tai-Sen if he cared to rethink his decision to fight me. The other boys laughed as Tai-Sen quickly backed away from the grill.
My God. What the fuck?
He made a fucking like torture pariah. I don't know what
He made like a Wile E. Coyote electricity trap.
Yeah, like he made a cartoonish electricity trap, and the boy stood there and watched all of this. It's like, hold on,
all of it
between like him saying "nuh-uh," watch this, then like 5 minutes of blanket setup. The boy was just like, yes, I shall wait. I'll wait for this bit to pay off.
For this orcs must die trap you're setting up.
Right, yeah. It's like you're telling him to wait while you position a boulder above his head.
He has a sword the whole time.
Just kill him. What are you doing?
What is the meaning of this? Tanaka-sama demanded angrily. It means he's getting a real charge out of this fight, remarked his nephew, Ushiba. Always the joker. I looked only at the old man. The greatest warrior is he who wins without battle, I quoted. Tanaka-sama stared at me until I dissolved beneath his gaze. Go.
You know that's not what he meant. You know, wet electric blanket trap is not what he meant by wins without battle.
I would put that in somewhere within battle, I guess.
Within the parentheses of
traditional battle. Yeah,
I mean,
it's certainly not a de-escalation to electric torture your opponent.
Yeah, it's way down there as like little modifiers you can add to battle for fun. Like,
right, yeah.
Electric blanket if things are getting a little stale.
Yeah, like Home Alone booby trap is not turning the other cheek.
Right. I agree. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Home Alone booby trap, which is a form of battle, certainly.
Yeah, it's a form of battle.
Yeah, Home Alone's not a romantic comedy. It's a burglar murder movie. So Tanaka-sama sends his nephews away. And when they had left, he commanded me to bow. By now, my cockiness had deserted me, and I steeled myself in expectation of a tongue lashing. You are not Japanese, was all he said before turning and leaving me there on my knees in the middle of the room.
Hold on. Where'd that one come from?
I don't know, but that did make it to the movie. That was in Bloodsport.
Yeah, but it's weird how the electric blanket part didn't. Like, it's weird.
Correct.
It's weird how that part didn't make it into Bloodsport. We didn't see young Van Damme setting up a wet blanket and trying to lure his opponent onto an electric grill.
Right. Something a Michael Madsen character would do.
I didn't realize that was the secret impetus to the "you are not Japanese." Like in the movie, they made it like, I can never teach you the full depth of my style because it's a Japanese thing. I think we would have been less on his side if he was doing that in front of a wet, sparking blanket.
I agree.
A Japanese would never mistreat the blanket, so...
It's more of a villain moment, than a hero moment.
I brought this homemade muskrat trap to a street fight.
It's like, what weapons did you bring, students? He's like, I brought a box filled with rats and enough room to put a human head in it.
You are not Hungarian.
On guard.
What?
Despite your rat box, you are not Hungarian. Okay. Okay. So he's really pissed off about this "you're not Japanese" thing. He never explains in the book what it means, why he said it. But he's very grouchy about it. He's like, how the fuck am I supposed to help that?
It's amazing how the movie gave that moment meaning. Yeah. Where you're like, in a way that's felt very natural. It's like, oh, that's like sort of a reserved but proud racism. It's amazing that the movie thought to do that with this as the source material. I would never have gotten there. Like, if I had read this and you have to adapt this, like, we got to work this blanket in somehow is what I would have been thinking.
Yeah, that's the part you would have put in the movie. Yeah, I agree.
You would have really seized on the blanket. Master's disappointment, not so much. It's really the electric blanket that got me. This real scumbag booby trap that you brought that you thought was going to delight your master.
It's such a pivotal moment that I would have been like, that I have to use this in the final battle. Like, this has to be how Van Damme defeats Chong Li.
Beats Chong Li, yeah.
Yeah, he has to lure them onto the blanket trap and then tell him he's not Chinese.
Oh, God, that's a good idea.
I guess.
What difference did it make that I was not born Japanese? Could I help it? Sunday came, and I appeared at my teacher's as usual. We worked out in silence, perspiring heavily in the hot summer sun. Immediately afterward, Tanaka-sama took me into the yard and paraded me in front of two men. I recognized one of them, an Israeli who had visited my father a number of times through the years. They would always disappear in another room and converse for hours behind a closed door.
Don't like this.
My father never formally introduced us, but I recognized the man from the old photographs my father kept in the thick black album with the water-stained cover.
Do you recognize him from photographs, or did he come over all the time?
That's a good question. He wrote both.
Come on, Frank.
And I guess we just pick the lie we like better.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
You can do both. You can recognize somebody from photographs and from the times they've been to your house.
That's true.
Maybe he's just like really proud of his object recognition. That's the same guy.
Yeah. Maybe that's him. Like, he's doing good journalism. He got a second source.
You got to check up on it. Yeah, picture checks out, holding it up next to the guy. Yeah. Yep.
Although the man was short and rather odd looking, his eyes cut right through me, and I had spent as little time around him as possible. Something warned me that he was not trustworthy.
Can we just skip this whole section? I don't like where this is going.
Okay.
Man.
We can't. I can skip ahead a little because what this is two men who are from the spy agency.
Okay. Go ahead. You don't have to skip it. I was going to a different place where you bringing your secret children that you stole from a locker room out to parade in front of men, strange men who give the children a bad feeling.
The word choice is bad. For sure.
I thought it was going in a different direction. No, I want to hear the spy shit.
Nonetheless, the man had been one of his comrades during the Second World War and in Israel during the late 40s, as evidenced by the photos in my father's album. And he and my father often walked arm in arm, excitedly swapping stories in incomprehensible Hebrew. Although I never suggested it aloud, his mysteriousness and my active imagination led me to suspect that he was a member of the Mossad. The other man was a stranger to me. Okay, so... these guys, they're there to recruit him. This is General Force. The other man is General Forsman, United States Air Force. He's the head of European intelligence operations in the mid to late 70s. I think this might be a real guy.
And he really did recruit children from gardening school, asthmatics, almost exclusively, as I recall.
Only the ones who are really good at twirling rakes.
His graduate thesis was torture.
How many dogs did he kill?
I love the like long-standing implication he's building throughout this whole book is that all of the CIA and the government secret agencies in the United States government recruit exclusively from child trafficking sources. Just wandering around to different child traffickers and being like, can I take this one? Like, yeah, I've made sure I did my groundwork. Nobody wants him. Nobody likes this one.
You know,
not going to be missed.
He's good at climbing and sadism.
Kids who lose karate tournaments. Kids in leather jackets hitchhiking.
Can't fight for shit. Can't really breathe.
Only have to feed them horseradish. So pretty low cost. Low upkeep on this one.
Yep. He's got his father's plump lips.
Oh, no.
Keep that in, Jamie.
No.
Keep that shit in, Jamie.
All right. That's the end of the podcast, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This was a mistake. We're sorry.
5-finger death punch, fuck yeah, secret man. Karate, fuck yeah, bullshit, punch and kick. I fucked your dad, what? The what? Nothing, damn. Don't force me to, I'm a dick. Oh yeah, there's punching and kicking and fighting and beating and licking and punching and spying and licking, yeah. Secret man. I'm a damn, fuck your mom. Sorry, shut up. I'm a secret man.